Hello lovely people. Alright, so today's video is one that I haven't done in maybe like 3 years. It's a favourites video. Hello, it's been a while. So I'm going to do a quarterly favourite, so I think I'll do them every 3-ish months, hence the quarter. I am going to divide this into a few different sections. So we've got makeup, beauty, food and recipes. I've written these down. Tech, books / podcasts, audiobooks and people. So we'll start off with beauty. So 3 beauty favourites for you guys today. The first one is a tinted moisturiser from Chantecaille, and this is their Just Skin. This is basically what I used throughout my whole trip to France. If there's any new people watching, I did a 4-month exchange in France and then I travelled for 2 months with my boyfriend before that. So this was the tinted moisturiser that I used throughout and it was absolutely incredible. But yeah, just a beautiful like medium coverage, quite dewy, but just looked just like skin, as the name suggests. Next up, I have some fake nails. Now, as tacky as these sound, these have been incredible. I do have gel on at the moment, but I never get them done because it costs too much money and I find that it really does destroy my nails. But I was like, you know what, you haven't had your nails done in like 9 months, so But for my cheapo days, I'm definitely still in the cheapo days, but you know, for when I got back and I had like 0 money whatsoever, but I still wanted really nice nails because everyone had nice nails and I had these ugly little chunky ones and I'm terrible at painting. It's an absolute disaster. So what I did was I went to Priceline and I bought some of the, what are they called, Elegant Touch nails. Now you want to make sure that you get them in the UV gel range, not the other range, because you won't get that same gel finish. But basically you just stick them on with a glue and they last for about 10 days. You will notice that random nails will fall off every now and then, but you just kind of pick them up, pop them back on and you're good to go. But they look so real. They let your nails breathe, so I found that whenever I wore them, when I took them off, there was no damage done to my nails whatsoever. Whereas when I get even just like 1 session of gel or shellac done, my nails are screwed. And my last beauty favourite was one that I mentioned in one of my previous videos, which was how to maintain blonde hair, which I will put in the description bar below if you have blonde hair and you want to know how you can maintain it. But this is the Christophe Robin. I sound so punsy saying c'est Christophe Robin because it's a French brand. Found it in Sephora in France after a recommendation from Michelle Cresson, or Beauty Life Michelle. She recommended it and since then I was kind of searching for it and I finally found it when I was in Paris. So it is the Shade Variation Care Nutritive Mask with Temporary Hair Colouring in Baby Blonde. So it's this one here. It's basically a really nourishing mask that also helps to take away any yellow or brassy tones in the hair. Yeah, I would 100% recommend this. I never use masks, but I use this religiously. Alright, moving on to food and recipes. So if you guys have been on Facebook, you probably would have noticed that there are these short videos that you can watch that basically do like a really speedy way of how to cook certain meals. And there was one from Delish, I think is the main one that I follow, which was their Buddha bowl, which is incredible. Like, oh, every time I think about it, my mouth waters. And I've made it maybe like 10 times. Brown rice, but I use quinoa instead. Brown rice, spinach, grilled chicken, sort of sweet potato and onion with avocado, and then like this amazing soy satay dressing, which just tastes so good. And then a bit of coriander and sesame seeds on the top, and it's the most incredible thing ever. So, and it's really healthy for you as well, so I'll put that in the link below. It's absolutely delicious. Alright, technology! I have 2 things. I have an app and I have a speaker. So I got this for Christmas last year, maybe the year before, probably last year, from Santa. Just doing curves. And this is the UE Boom. Just awesome. If you're looking for a speaker, it's waterproof. I've dropped it 1,000 times. It plays really loudly. Doesn't take that long to charge and is just awesome. So in terms of technology, if you are looking for a speaker, these are incredible. I take it with me everywhere. not as in like on day to day, but like if I'm going to my beach house, or if I'm going to someone's house to have prees or something, and they need speakers, this is the best thing ever. And the last tech thing is an app, and the app is called UNUM, I think, so UNUM. And basically what it does is it helps you to organize your feed on Instagram. So you can kind of plan what you're going to post and when, and you can kind of move different posts around to see what it's going to look like at any stage on your Instagram. And I've found that I've been trying to make my Instagram feed look a little bit more kind of cohesive or coherent. I actually don't know what the difference between those two words are. I need to look that up. And I found that the app just really helps because you can kind of make sure that the pictures are actually going to match the kind of theme that you have on your Instagram. Okay, so books. So I guess in this category I'm going to include books, audiobooks, or podcasts, because I've been listening to a whole heap of podcasts and reading a whole heap of books recently. So the one that I've been reading over the past, I'd say maybe month or so, has been Tools of Titans by Tim Ferris. So the way that I found him was that I started listening to his podcasts, where basically what he does is he interviews people who are kind of like the best of what they do in any given field. So there's like chess players, athletes, scientists, billionaires, like just in so many different categories. If someone's really, really good at something, he'll ask them a whole heap of questions to find out what what habits they have, morning routines, their influences, their stories, and all these like really, really good questions. And then he kind of shows you how to apply that to your life in like basic terms. And that's basically what this book is it's a summary of everything that he, I think out of like the 200 or so podcasts that he's done, he's kind of picked the people and the podcasts the ones that have kind of been the most beneficial. And he has each of those people and like a really quick summary of the most important parts of each of those podcasts and the main findings. It is definitely one of those books that you don't need to read all at once, because it's kind of one of those ones that you can just put there if you're feeling really unmotivated and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, I'm having a really boring day and I don't know how to snap out of this rut. This is the best thing to put you in a more motivated and productive mood, because you read it and there's so many things in there that have really like hit home for me, and it's like, I've never thought about that before. That's a really interesting way of doing that. So this is just the best book ever, and I would 100% recommend it. So good. And the last favourite is actually a person. So each quarterly favourites, I'm going to tell you one or two people that I found super, super interesting, or just awesome and influential to me. So the person that is this quarterly favourites person is Muchelleb on YouTube, and she makes really good videos. So when I decided that I wanted to film kind of new and different videos and not just makeup videos, I had kind of this kind of idea in my head of how my channel wanted to look, and then I randomly stumbled across her channel and I was like, this is basically what I want to do. And her videos are just so good. They're so quick, they're so succinct, they get straight to the point. So it's like productivity, kind of minimalism, learning new things, a lot of how-tos and just like life hacks basically. So she's really, really cool. I'll put the link in the description below. So that is it for my favourites, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I have a new setting. I'm actually on my bed, hence why I can bounce. I have no pants on as well, so that's good. Nice and comfy. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. If you have any books or people or makeup favourites that you would recommend for me to check out, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to know what you guys are loving at the moment. Anyway, make sure you go check out all of my social media channels, and I will speak to you in my next video.